That is right. What is up, everybody? I hope everybody is doing good, having a good day today. How you doing? How you doing? Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday night, at least for me on the West Coast, where it's PST currently. I'm doing a little. I'm just doing another little test stream out here, trying to see how everything is looking, how everything is going. Um, yeah, I see now that that is way too tall. I see that's way too tall now. But we coming at you with the nerdy news of the day, y'all. You already know how it goes. We gonna be talking nerdy. Let me know if everything is sounding good for you. Is everything sounding good on y'all's end? Let's go ahead and focus in on this. Turn a little do not disturb on. And make sure you guys drop a like on the stream if everything is sounding and looking good currently, okay? Let me know how it's going. Okay, hold on. I think everything is looking good. Oh, sorry about that echo. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. I think we're good here. All right. All right, ladies and gents. How's that? How's that? Oh, you can see the PJs now. Okay, so we got to have it a little bit higher so you don't see the PJs. I mean, I guess I could be a little bit closer too. Yeah, this is good. Yeah. Yo, we're chilling tonight, you guys. Like I said, I'm rocking the PJs, We got the PJs on. We got the DBZ shirt. Um, I'm really here to do another test stream. I'm trying to make sure everything is good. Tomorrow we are going to be. Oh yeah, you like the toothless? Yo, what's up with it? B2, how you doing? Yeah, toothless does be looking pretty flabbergasted. He does. Oh wait, let's get a. Oh, closer to me. Sorry. There we go. Yeah. It's a chill pajama kind of night. Exactly. Exactly, Jay Baker. Man, I just got this new setup, a new rig that I've put together because I'm going to be covering Comic Book Clubhouse, the new comic book day that goes on Wednesdays. We're going to be doing that tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to be live, and we're going to be looking all snazzy with it and everything. Um, what do you guys think, yo? Here's a new mic that I have that I've been using. You guys think with the screen thing on or with it off? What's the vibe? What's the vibe? One, if you think it should be on. Two, if you think it should be off. Let me know what the vibe is. How you guys feeling? Just want to know what the vibe is. How you guys feeling about that? Boom. That might look so cool with the screen. Okay, so it sounds like with the screen is the vote. All right, for sure, for sure. Get a logo on that screen thing. Yeah, I'm gonna get a sticker and put it right there, yo. And then I think it sounds the same no matter which direction it is. Is that right? Do you guys hear any difference from when I switch it around and whatnot, or are we still good? Okay, sounds good either way. All right, for sure. All right, man. Well, like I said, we're here. All right. Let's get it going. Well, what is up? How you guys doing? I am Sensei Finito, aka Vane Sensei, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we just talk about all things Marvel and everything pop culture. We are doing our daily right now it's right now it's just called facts versus theories, right? We just talk about the facts of things and I give you some theories about some other things, just let you know what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling about whatever the nerdy news is of the day. So that's kind of what it's been going that's how it's been going on so far, and that's what we're going to do today. So I'm pulling straight from the Discord news drops today. We're doing facts versus theories yet again, and then I'll tell you how I feel about it. So let's just get into it and let's talk about it. Let me know how you guys are doing. Let me get a one in the chat if you guys have had a good day today. The day is now at an end, and let me know how you're feeling about it. I'm having a good day. I'm having a fantastic day, if I do say so myself. I got a lot of stuff done, got a lot of work done. I was behind on my day tremendously, but I still got a lot of stuff done. And then I got my little rig set up here that I have, and I hope all you guys had a really good day as well. Lord, excuse me. Let me get some water here. All right. Okay. So I think today we can start it with a little bit of anime news. Why not? And this is some anime news that I'm actually really excited for. One of the reasons why I wore my DBZ shirt just because it's like the only anime shirt that I have right now. But I am excited to talk about anime, and that's also why we're starting with this. Okay, we're talking about Demons of the Shadow Realm. All right, let's talk about the facts first. Demons of the Shadow Realm and anime has officially been announced. This is created by Hiromu Arakawa, who also created none other than Full Metal Alchemist. You guys can't see it, but over there I have a Full Metal Alchemist poster that it's just amazing. It looks really saucy, and I'm just really wait. Is there a way that I can? Oh, maybe if I no. That's gonna have to be something we test and see, because I do like to move stuff around. Because I think if I loosen this, it's gonna drop this whole thing. And then the way that is on there. But if it was on there, I could. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, we're doing some troubleshooting here at the same time as we're getting this news done, just because we haven't really done this in a way yet before. But I think it's going pretty smooth now. Um, right before I die, because, yo, what? Do you have SHF Spider Man? What is SHF Spider Man? I don't know. I don't know if I do. Uh, One hi from Australia. Yo, what's up with it, Philip? How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Shout out to everybody that's coming into the chat. I hope you guys are all having a good day today. I hope everybody is having a good day, a good night, a good week, a good all those things. All right. So, like I was saying about Demons of the Shadow Realm, this is created by Hiromu Arakawa, who also created Full Metal Alchemist. I love Full Metal Alchemist. Honestly, Full Metal Alchemist is one of my favorite animes. This animation studio is going to be Bones Film. I'm not sure what other things that Bones Film has done right off the top of my head. I would have to look into that a little bit more to see what exactly Bones Film is, and what they've done before, and what are the other animes that they've been behind. But just alone knowing that it is Hiromu Arakawa behind Hirakawa. Wow, I am so sorry. Arakawa, Lord of Mercy, from Fullmetal Alchemist. I love Fullmetal Alchemist. Like it's my thing. It's my jam. So that I'm ready for that. The main trailer is out now, but I have not seen the main trailer. If you guys have seen the main trailer, let me know how you felt about it. Is it your vibe? Is it not your vibe? Really, how you feeling? I want to know. I just want to know what the whole consensus is around it, because, like I said, I'm all in because it's you know what I mean. I'm all in regardless because I love Full Metal Alchemist, and it's the creator of Full Metal Alchemist. So why wouldn't I be all in, right? Yo, what's up with everybody from what's up with everybody that I see from I guess a lot of people from Australia in here. I hope you guys are having a good time over there. Um but yeah, yo. So fans think that this could be Arakawa. Why am I having such a hard time saying that? Arakawa's 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 Lord. Fans think this could be Arakawa's most dark and mature story yet. So we are going to lean more psychological than FMA was. Bones' film involvement suggests a high production quality and not rushed seasonal anime. So I'm thinking that this is probably going to be an instant watch for me because Arakawa's name alone is attached to it. But I want to know how you guys are feeling about it in the comment section down below. Please look more into um, Demons of the Shadow Realm if you haven't already. I have, like I said, I haven't watched the anime or anything like that. I saw Mike Beasley talking about it in the Discord. Put it on the docket so we could talk about it today. Put it on your radar. I might be even doing a trailer reaction for it soon and get that out there and just kind of check it out and see what that is. But I'm not sure. Let me know if you guys would be down to see something like that. Okay, all right. Moving a little bit out of anime and going into some Disney stuff. Disney leader shakeup is what kind of shook the world today. Let's talk about the facts about this. Josh D'Amaro is officially becoming the next CEO of Disney. Dana Walden has been named the president chief and chief content officer, and that change becomes official in March. These are all crazy things that are happening back to back to back. One, it's crazy that Josh D'Amaro is already getting announced as the CEO. That's wild. I did not expect that. Two is really wild about Dana Walden because I believe it is Dana Walden because Dana Walden is I think it's a really smart move for one because when it comes to the whole content stuff before, that was the big issue of why Bob Chapek did not work out when with the entire deal that was going on with Disney, right? I don't know if you guys remember, but Bob Iger did end up stepping down from being the CEO, and then Bob Chapek ended up taking his place. But Iger didn't like the way that Chapek was doing things, running things, and that's when we had a lot of content getting flooded into Disney Plus and so on and so forth. So Iger stepped back in, and then that is when, Chapek got fired or whatever, and now we're on this trajectory that we're on now when it comes to Marvel and the MCU and all these other things. Okay? So what we know is Demaro is known as a Parks and Experience guy, so that is a strong, which is something very strong with consumer facing strategy. So basically, the board will be happy with him because he is going to be. I mean, the park, Disney parks, and all of that is really where all the money is for them. So it makes sense that they would put a parks guy in charge. But Bob Chapek was also a Parks and Rec guy, right? So you know what I mean? It's really iffy to see how that's gonna go because is it I don't know because parks definitely take priority over risky films, bets, and movie bets and show bets that they don't even know if anything is going to happen with that, right? They're just kind of assuming some of that stuff is going to happen. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that ends up shaking up and how that ends up playing out. But what I will say is it seems like Disney might be even taking a play out of DC's book here, right? Out of the whole WB book. Because what did WB do? They have someone heading DC that is they have two people heading DC. One is a business guy and the other one is a creative guy, right? And it seems like what Disney is doing here is they have made their CEO the business guy and they have made their president and CCO, which is the chief content officer, they have made her the the creative person. So we now have two sides of the coin of what needs to kind of go on here, and it might actually shape up to be something really interesting if it goes the way that everyone thinks it will. Because again, Chapek was also a Parks and Rec guy, and we see how that shaped out. It didn't shape out too good at all. Now, did it? Okay. You know what I mean? So, let's talk about my opinion. Is Disney playing it safe? I think 100% Disney is playing it safe. I think Disney is 100% playing it safe, and I don't know why they wouldn't want to play it safe. I mean, it's Disney. This is a billion-dollar company that we're talking about. They got a lot of money on the line here. So, I think they are going to play it as safe as they can. And again, putting a Parks and Recs guy in charge, it makes sense. But when you look at all the movies and the streaming and all that stuff, that's where Disney really has to get the ball rolling because, of course, the Disney parks are going to print money. Of course, that's going to happen. Of course, any animated Pixar thing they make is always going to print money as well, right? All of that stuff is always going to happen. So it's going to be really important for them to get the ball rolling on Marvel, on all these other, on Star Wars and all this other stuff, right? And then they did the same type of dual leadership thing with Star Wars that we just talked about as well recently, with, of course, Dave Filoni taking charge of the creative side. And I have no idea what the business sides person it names is. I'm sorry, I can't think of it right now off the top of my dome. But again, they're also playing that safe way, which I think is smart. And then the other one is: do I want a creative first CEO or a business first CEO right now? I'm kind of ahead of the ball game with the things I've been talking about, because I gotta admit, man, I love the dual strategy of having a creative and a business working together, because it is literally having the left side and the right side of your brain at all times working at 100% when it comes to with any type of company. So I think it's a really smart move. I think it's a really good move. We'll see how the Disney stock goes and stuff like that. I don't know if any of you guys, do any of that stuff with the stock market, but I got in on Disney when it was around $80 and it's in around $100 right now. So, but I'm just saying, check it out. See how you're feeling. A lot of CEO shifts were going on today. You know what I mean? There was a lot of CEO shifts going on today, literally like a ton of them, like a ton. So we'll see with how that goes with the rest of the companies and whatever is going on there. So let's jump into chat a little bit and see how everybody is going. Um, Juanito, go eat some corn. You could say they are playing it safe or sticking to what Disney is about, having company people who make Disney their whole life. That is a very good point, Christopher. I agree with that. That is basically what they do. And it seems like who they have their Disney is definitely their whole life. That's what it seems like, at least, right? I mean, they've already worked for Disney. I think both of these people have been working for Disney for years already in different areas. So, yeah, like, make you already here, baby. Let's go ahead and lock this in and go up even higher. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. What we nerding over, brief outline. Right now, stupid, we just talked about the big Disney leadership shakeup. Josh D'Amaro is officially becoming the next CEO of Disney, with Dana Walden being named the president, chief, and content officer. That's what we're talking about right now, stupid. Let us know how you're feeling about that in the comment section down below. We were just talking about that. That's it. That's about it. What that spaceship in front of Wolverine Funko Pop? Spaceship in front of Wolverine? Oh, you need this one? This is Bo-Katan's ship. I cannot think of what the name of this thing is. I'm so sorry. Is the name on the bottom of it? No, it should be. I can't think of the name of this. Hold on. I gotta put the mic down. Oh, that's slide. And then I got a little Bo-Katan here too. And I'm pretty sure Bo-Katan can get into the cockpit, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Bo-Katan in the cockpit. And maybe you can't close it. I thought you could. Maybe you can't. But she can get in there, though. That's dope. Back. But what is this ship called? I do not know the names of all the Star Wars ships. I'm not even going to pretend to. There are so many ships in Star Wars, yo. Christopher said Iger was over that shit. He had to clean up Chapek's mess and just wanted to be retired. Yeah, and you can tell. I mean, bro, as soon as they were like, as soon as he was like, okay, look, we got these two people, we got Dana, we got Josh. Everything is in their hands from here on out. I'm out, bro. And he literally left. He literally left. He was like, all right. Because what we were well, not we, but what a lot of people were speculating is that he wouldn't be out of office until the end of the year. My boy said, no, I'm out of here now. B2 said the LED lights look lit. I appreciate you, man. They quite literally are. You feel me? Quite literally are. All right. I had the Eminem things when I was a kid. Wild. Oh yeah, this is my wife's actually. Shout out to my beautiful wife who is sleeping off camera right here. You can't see her, but this is her Eminem thing. She, I guess you can say she donated it to the Marvel Bros Shine, for a lack of better words. Stu Pat, not stupid. Oh, my bad, Stu. All right, I'm gonna call you Stu. Hey man, when it puts it together, you know what I mean. Made in Tai Made in Taiwan is not a ship name in Star Wars, just in case it says that. Hey, Stu, you're a fool. That's hilarious. I like that one. I like that one. My bad, Stu. I didn't mean to call you stupid, Stu Pat. Yo, we had someone else that had a pretty brutal name that was like, yo, they were like, yeah, I got made fun of a lot in school because of my name, and I was like, damn, I'm sorry about that. If your name is really Stu Pat, I know people was doing you wrong, G, and I apologize if I had anything to do with that. Come on, yo, wild, wild. I'm not gonna lie, that's wild consistency. The name, the comment, I got it. Yeah, yeah, you did good. You did good, man. You did good, kid. You did good. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Avengers Doomsday story rumors, okay? One of the facts, okay? Let's talk about some facts here. The X-Men universe in Avengers Doomsday is described as a variant universe. This is very similar to it will have similar events to the OG trilogy and Days of Future Past, but it exists as a utopia for humans and mutants and something very different than what we've seen before. Sacrifice and moral cost are core themes when it comes to the Avengers Doomsdays. Okay, I am so hyped for Avengers Doomsday. It's going to be wild. And the fact that Iger is even leaving before Avengers Doomsday comes out, that's a little nerve-wracking. I'm not going to lie, just a little bit, cuz it might be like it could be a thing where it's like, "Oh, you know what, man? I'm just going to go ahead and skedaddle and let this all fall on the next guy that's coming in." I hope that's not the case, but it's very possible. Yo, shout out to you, B2. I appreciate you for the follow. Welcome to the Super Fam. I hope you're having a fantastic day, man. Thank you for that. Subscribe-a-dooski. Make sure you guys subscribe and join the Super Fam. We always doing a whole bunch of content around here. We're always doing trailer reactions, movie reviews, watch parties, and everything else in between. So make sure you tune in. We just finished doing our Wonder Man watch party. So if you guys haven't watched Wonder Man yet, or if you want to watch it again, go and check out the stream. It's still up there on the channel. You can check it out and follow along there, yo. So let's get into some of the theories, all right? The Earth may have made massive sacrifice to achieve peace. I mean, look at what happened in the 828 Illuminati universe. They did do a lot of bad things. Doctor Strange was sacrificing people, and then the Illuminati ended up sacrificing Doctor Strange. Mistakes were made. I think it's safe to say that there was mistakes made on everybody's account in that universe for one reason or another. But the story could still revolve around destroying that Earth, which is a utopia, to save our Earth. And it could really go into the minute details of what that actually means. Like, once we get into Secret Wars, it's going to be insane, mind-boggling. No one is truthfully ready for what's going to happen in this movie. It's no one is ready. Like, I cannot even state that enough. Nobody is prepared for what's going to happen in Doomsday, let alone Secret Wars, and let alone Avengers, the third one, because it's going to end up being like a triple parter, but really a two parter, with Avengers Doomsday being more like Age of Ultron rather than more like Infinity War. And then Secret Wars is going to be that Infinity War style thing. And then there's going to be another movie that acts as the actual end game for the multiverse saga, bringing in that new era that we're so ready to go. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, no mods in the chat. Let's go ahead and get you out of here. Boom. Yo, so what happened? Did the idiots just come out of nowhere? Did the idiots assemble on the stream? Like, what the hell was that about? Go assemble somewhere else, idiots, please and thank you. I am hearing way too much about Doomsday, but too much hype theories, and people need to draw back a bit because we can be setting ourselves up for too much expectation to enjoy the hype, but rein it in. I think. Hey, I hear you, Stu. I hear you, Stu. I feel like everything. The theories, of course, have been going crazy, but a lot of these things aren't theories either. A lot of these things are like the proof is in the pudding, basically. I mean, you can look at what they've put out from don't get me wrong, I think Doomsday is getting a little conformity gate-ish, if you will, but I think Marvel fans have been the first ones to do that conformity gate stuff quite literally all of the time, back to back to back to back. You know what I mean? Um, okay. Yeah, reported. Hey, I appreciate you, Stu. Yo, what's up with it? Yeah, yeah. There are a lot of bad people here today. I see. Yeah, I don't know what happened, yo. I don't know what happened. I tried to. I'm trying out these different times of going live, and I guess it brought it brought the idiots out. You know what I'm saying? I heard after Doomsday there will be like a reboot refresh where we will lead a world where Doom will be a leader with Susan Storm as his wife. I don't know about the last part of that, but we are definitely going to get the whole restructure thing. That is happening. You can almost bet on that. Like Marvel is 100% going to do the whole reshuffle things around and bring in old characters, new characters, and allow the universe to continue to grow and breathe. You know what I mean? That is 100% going to happen. You don't like that's not really a rumor. That's kind of the whole point of what Secret Wars is about. You know what I mean? Secret Wars, by the way. So Secret Wars is going to be crazy, right? And they're probably going to do a blend of the OG Secret Wars and the Jonathan Hickman 2015 run, no doubt, to kind of get a good. I mean, that's what the MCU does. The MCU has constantly taken inspiration from multiple comics. You know what I mean? Like multiple comics, multiple things. Like they've taken inspiration from a ton of stuff. Whenever they try to make something, it's never just 100% the exact story. That's why Thanos wasn't head over heels in love with death. But if he was, I could understand. Just saying. But yeah, yeah, yo. Um, Let's keep going. Doom is going to be positioned as a character willing to trade billions of lives for billions more. Every faction that is involved so far that we know about, well, this is a theory, but we know about most of these because a lot of them have been confirmed, and you can kind of guess for the other ones, right? So every faction that we think is involved: Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, the Wakandans, the TVA, and of course variants across the wazoo. So of course, like I said, none of that, like not all of that is confirmed, but the majority of it is. Right? We've seen a lot of that already. You can add the Talokans to that list as well because we saw them in the recent trailer that came out for Avengers Doomsday. So yeah, that's all going to be freaking. I am so excited for that stuff. Like I am so excited. It's gonna be it is gonna be crazy. It is gonna be crazy. So my opinion. Would I okay, so what's your opinion though? Would you sacrifice another Earth to save your own? I don't know if that's something that I could do. Chat. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I could sacrifice an entire Earth. But damn, my family on Earth. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the entire point of Secret Wars. What I just went through right there, that is the point of Secret Wars. Nah, I don't think I would. I don't think I would sacrifice another Earth for mine. But damn, my family live on Earth. You know what I mean? Like that. That's it. And now we fight. Yo, so let me know. One in the chat if you guys would be able to sacrifice another Earth for ours. Two in the chat if you couldn't do it, and three in the chat if you would just kind of want to watch the fight that ensues. I'm not going to blame you. Check out the wall chat. If you want to see anything closer or want to see anything deeper, let me know. Point it out. I'll show you. I got some stuff up there too that you can't really see, but it doesn't really matter. It's only like some microphone boxes and some headphone boxes, and then I have my two katana swords up there. All right, let's jump into chat. Let's see. I heard after Doomsday. Oh yeah, we already talked about the reboot. Pie Cool Guy, dope name. Sir Ian McKellen, I'm in UK, so he's Sir to me. His slip up has 20-minute theory videos, and I just find it overkill, but I get the hype. Hey, I think that is funny. I think that is funny. I mean, you can milk anything, right? You can nerd out about anything. And honestly, that is the glory, bro. That is the glory of being a nerd. That is the best thing, is to be able to nerd out, right? I think the issue is if people expect these things to happen, right? Theorizing, there's nothing wrong with coming up a theory with there's nothing wrong with coming up with a theory. There's nothing wrong with nerding out and wanting something or being like, yo, it would be so cool if this happened, or it would be so dope if this thing happened. Like there's nothing wrong with doing that. The only issue arises is when people kind of forget that we're just nerds and theorizers. You know, unless you're a writer, unless you do write comics, unless you are making movies, unless you are really doing all that other stuff, at the end of the day, we just have, you know, theories and opinions on stuff. So once it's like, oh man, we came up with such a better theory than you, and it's like, obviously we can, it's not like they didn't come up with the things that we're thinking of. It's just that these creators, their thoughts and the creativity that they have is literally filtered through business and bullshit contracts that CEOs have and things like that, right? Like that's really the issue from the creative standpoint, is they want to make the dopest thing possible, but then they run into things like contracts to where Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin can never appear in a movie. Did you guys know that? Like Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin cannot appear in theaters. Like it's not possible. He has to only be on a television show or on streaming, and at that, you know what I mean? I don't even know if he would be able to be on regular TV. I think he can only make the appearance in like the streaming show aspect of things. So when you just get into stuff like that, it really lets you know, like, again, there's nothing wrong with theories, but you just have to be realistic about some of these theories, because we can theorize with no training wheels, but they have tons of training wheels on, you know? Yo, what up with the smoke? Welcome in. God bless you too, G. Appreciate you. Tom, Toby, or Andrew, I'm not gonna lie. I love them all, but I gotta go with Tom because I feel like Tom is the blend of Toby and Andrew, and I like them both. The reasons why I like them both, Tom has all of those qualities in his Spider-Man. So, I think that's just the way to say that though. But I'll go to Toby for nostalgia every time, and then Andrew is just a W. You know what I mean? Like Tom, Toby, Andrew is kind of the list for me. I like Toby a lot, like a lot, like a lot. I think it's dope. But again, bruh, like the MCU and the world building and all of that, and being able to tie Spider Man to all of that stuff. I'm a lore nerd. I'm a world building nerd. That's the stuff that I love. So I'm a lore historian. You know what I mean? So that's where that really gets me to is just being able to have all that lore behind Peter Parker. That's all tied into the universe that we already were like locked in with. Doom using Tony Stark's identity to fool Steve and the others so he can build his world will lead into Secret Wars. Yeah, we heard about that as well. That seems cool. I'm not opposed to that. You know what I mean? I'm not opposed to that. I mean, it makes sense that he would do that. And then apparently, I think, if I'm not mistaken, John Campea did come out and say something about that he heard that in Avengers Doomsday, we actually won't be getting the answer to why Doom looks like Tony Stark. They're going to kind of leave that ambiguous, and we're going to be essentially just as confused as the other characters in the movie. All we're going to know is that he looks like Tony. He's capitalizing off of looking like Tony, but he's not Tony. And I'm cool with that. You know what I mean, guys? I'm definitely cool with that. I dreamt of being the live action Miles Morales growing up. A huge Spider-Man fan. But then I realized probably have to wear what? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Draken. I have no hopes to see Toby, Andrew, in Secret Wars. But if Sony and Marvel somehow also bring them in beyond the Spider Verse, and if Beyond the Spider Verse connect to Secret Wars, it would be great too. I don't know if they're gonna try to connect anything too much with the Sony verse stuff. I mean, they probably will. Like they probably will bring in Null and all that type of stuff, and like I have no doubt about those types of aspects. But as far as just you know what I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But you're definitely gonna see Toby in Doomsday. You're gonna see the whole. There's gonna be like the OG Avenger squad, and then there's gonna be the MCU Avenger squad, and then there's gonna be the new era Avenger squad, and then the Thunderbolts, and then the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. You know what I mean? We're gonna have all these teams, and then we're gonna have separate teams breaking off from those teams and making new teams because of what's going on with Doom. You feel me? So it's gonna be crazy, you guys. It's gonna be crazy. Like legitimately listen to me, and I mean this. Like, this is not a theory or anything. I mean, it's kind of a theory, but like you, if you really think about it, you'll know. You'll search your heart. You'll know it to be true. Every single actor that has ever acted in a Marvel movie ever is literally on the table. It doesn't mean we're going to see every single one of them, but they are all on the table. Marvel and Disney are not holding back with going and trying to get these actors, even if it's just for a one-off cameo, like one on the screen and then they're done. And then they come in one day and record their scenes, and that's all they do, and nothing more, nothing less, and that's it. Like, they are not tripping about that. Even if it has to be one person filmed in a blue screen room by themselves and they get CGI'd onto the screen with everybody else later. Like, Marvel and Disney are not tripping about it, bro. They're literally going to try to bring everyone back in the best way possible. And they're going to pay everybody shitloads of money for it, too. We do need Tom Hardy pop up as Venom. I think that might happen. I think what's more likely to happen is you're definitely gonna see Peter become like he's gonna get the Venom symbiote. Like that's going to happen. You can quite literally expect to see this on screen. Like I don't know. I would not even be surprised if they literally do something like this, where it's just Peter and a giant brawl going on behind him, and he's literally got the Venom symbiote going on to him. Like I have no doubt in my mind that they'll do something like that. Um, let's see. Yo, what's up with the T Dizzle? Yo, get dough. Why don't you go get your bread up, buddy? You don't have to care if you need to get dough. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, exactly. T. Apologize for the lack of commas. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Yo, what's up with it, Noel? How you doing? We're nerding out. We were just talking about Doomsday, talking about Marvel stuff. Just different things like that. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you're feeling. What's the vibes? Okay. And then the last question, or I want your opinion on here in the Doomsday section, is does this sound like Marvel going darker? Do you think that Doomsday is going to be a dark film? I think that's a very valid question. And the answer is an unequivocal yes. I think that Doomsday is actually going to be darker than Infinity War when you really think about it. But it just depends on how they are going to actually weigh those stakes. That's the thing, right? With Marvel, it really depends on if you don't feel the stakes, you're not gonna be locked in. But if you can feel the weight of it, then you will be locked in. In my opinion, I really enjoyed Loki, and when the universes are kind of like unraveling and he's kind of like trying to grab them and they're just slipping through his fingers over and over again. If you are able to feel the weight of something small like that, to where it's small because they're using the strands metaphorically as the universes that he's trying to pull together, if you're not, if that doesn't hit you in any type of way, then when there's the whole multiverse on the line, it's probably not going to hit you the same way either. You know what I mean? Venom is interesting to me, to be honest. I want to try reading the comics. Yo, you should. You should. Hold on one second. Let me see. Let me pull out my comic box real quick. I'm pretty sure I have a new one of the new Venom comics. I do. Look at that. Look at that. It was actually the first one right there. All new Venom. I think there's even more stuff that's happened since this Venom. It's crazy. This is Ewing Gomez and Demarta. Diamarta. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful cover? I think that is a beautiful cover right there. Move over a bit. Boom. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous, yo. The artwork, man. The artwork is lovely. Just love the artwork. Noel said about to head to bed. Hey, man, I feel you there. I'm right there with you. Make sure you guys drop a like and a share on the stream if you haven't already. It really does help out tremendously around these parts, man. You know the YouTube algorithm gods. You know they need that sacrifice from y'all. You know they need it. If they don't get the sacrifice, they start going bad on everybody, man. Trying to tell y'all, man, YouTube be tripping. Chill, Neil. Chill. I'm just saying. What's up with a kid named Finger? Hello, how you doing? Hope you're having a good one. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Yo, Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2. Facts. The official teaser has released. I have not watched it yet. I'm going to be honest with you. Monarch Legacy Season 2 is going to be starring Kurt Russell and his son Wyatt Russell, premiering February 27th and streaming on Apple TV. I need to jump into this. I need to dive into this. I am way behind on Monarch, but I do like the whole monster verse and everything that they've kind of been doing up until this point, man. I think they've actually done a really good job at framing this universe. Framing, is that a good way to say it? Yeah, they've framed this universe in a good position. Like we're in a good position now. I think everything, all the build up, everything is so cool. I think if I'm not mistaken, Monarch and the live action and the theatrical releases, all of that is the same universe. If I'm not mistaken, so I like that, man. I think it's cool to get the lore expanded on. As a lore junkie myself, it's one of my favorite things about all of these streaming shows is because we just get more and more lore for all of these shows and stuff that we love, yo. And I know people, some people like it, some people hate it, but either way, we're here. Can I? Either way, we're here and we're rocking and we're rolling, man. So season two looks way bigger in scale. It's going to be more monster forward apparently, and then Apple TV might be even positioning Monarch as their flagship genre series, meaning that it's their thing. It's their jive. I think Apple TV has multiple options of using something as being their one thing, right? It's just so many different things at their disposal that they can do, and I'm very interested in what they will end up doing, because again, I mean, yo, they've done a tremendous, yeah, they've done a tremendous job so far with it all, and it just gets me excited to see or to even contemplate where they could go with all of the what is this? Well, all the monster verse, yo. Especially with the whole underworld stuff that they started doing too now. You know what I mean? Like all of that seems crazy. All of that seems crazy. All of that legit seems crazy. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that was gonna work out. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but I'm pretty excited for it. If you guys have watched Monarch Legacy of Monsters, let me know if season one hooked you. Are you with it? Are you not with it? Is MonsterVerse TV finally finding its footing? How you guys feeling about it, man? Like I said, I have not been able to dive into it. It's on my list amongst other things. So I will be trying to check that out. Man, I gotta get some eye drops. Okay. Clean these glasses. Clean these glasses. Vision Quest is going to be quite a big show that will do a lot pre Doomsday. Yeah, it's not going to really have anything to do with Doomsday, unfortunately. Like, it's not going to be one of those shows. It's not going to have any. I don't think there's really any connection to it. You know what I mean? Um, Nothing in that way. Yo, what's up with it, Eric's? Bro said I'm in the air. Bro's floating. Hey man, well I'm happy that you're here floating with us. Happy to have you floating here. All right, next thing on the docket, let's talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day set photos that were released. Okay, let's talk about the facts. A new behind-the-scenes set photo has surfaced. It shows Jackie Chan and his stunt team on the set of Spider-Man Brand New Day. The film officially wrapped in December 2025, but that doesn't mean that we won't see any what do they call it? What's the thing that they call it? I can't even think about the terminology that they use. Um, when they go back and film extra scenes, I can't think of the terms for some reason. It's just out of my head. But that when they go back and film extra footage, there's no doubt that they're gonna have that going on, a little bit here and there. Oh man. Yeah, there you go. Reshoots. Thank you, Eric. That is exactly what I was trying to say. Thank you guys. Exactly that. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Let's get into the theories of what this could mean, right? Jackie Chan's stunt team suggests that there are going to be a ton of practical stunts going on in this movie. And don't forget, Tom Holland like broke his leg or his arm or something while filming this movie. So that also lets you know that there's a lot going on in this movie. A very physical Spider-Man to say the least. Not to mention the martial arts inspired action, especially when you have someone like Destin Daniel Cretton, DDC, working on this movie, who also was behind Shang-Chi. And you know that the fights and the action in that were nasty. So we could be looking at a Peter Parker that's just throwing unequivocal hands the entire time, just whooping ass, yo. And I love that. And not to mention, let's not forget about the other set photos and the set scene that we see that when they had it open to the public, where Spider-Man was just freaking swinging through New York City on a tank. You know what I mean? So that also lets you know that there's obviously still going to be CGI, but it's not going to be as as heavy CGI, because it's going to be a lot of practical swinging, a lot of practical stunts, a lot of practical moves and action going on. So that's all amazing, yo. Those are fire, man. I'm happy about all of that. So what's your opinion? Is this the Spider-Man action style you want? Is this what you're going for? Are you happy to see a way more active Spider-Man getting loose? Are you excited to see Destin Daniel Cretton's vision of Spider-Man, especially after seeing what he was able to do with Shang-Chi? That movie was incredible. The action was fire. Everything in that was awesome. Of course, I know a lot of people don't like how it went to the, full blown kaiju battle at the end, but I feel like that was very heavily implied and built up to properly in the film as well. And yeah, man, let me know how you guys are feeling about it. I'm excited to see this version of Spider-Man, really. And then the other question is, does this give you confidence in Brand New Day? Are you guys now confident? Does knowing that Jackie Chan and his stunt team are behind a lot of the stuff that's going on with this movie, does that have you hyped? Are you more into it? You know what I mean? Does that get you more excited, or does that make you less excited? Let me know all of your thoughts, theories, and questions in the comment section down below. But my main question I want to know is, are you guys hyped for Spider-Man 4? Spider-Man Brand New Day. The fourth Spider-Man movie in his installment. Oh, Eric said I want more Peter Parker action than Spider-Man. Okay. I could see that. I could see that. I mean, I feel like the movies do a really good job of balancing Peter and Spider-Man. I think they do a really good job of balancing the two of them. For when, like, the whole movie of No Way Home, he is still worried about getting into MIT the entire time. I mean, all of the movies, I feel like we get a very good sense of who Peter is and what Peter wants out of life, out of being a human being and not just being a superhero, right? And I think Brand New Day will also explore a lot of those questions and give us an even deeper understanding of Spider-Man, especially now that we do understand that the first three movies were in fact just Peter's origin story. Now we're really able to go headfirst into this Spider-Man and really launch forward and not have to have any feet dragging, not have to have any of the worry behind a lot of the stuff. Start actually getting to see Peter as the adult that he can be. You know what I mean? I just want a decent story, to be honest. I agree with you, man. I agree. Yo, what's up with it, Captain 007? Yeah, we're talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day right now. Jackie Chan's stunt team just dropped a photo not too long ago, just behind the scenes photo that surfaced, and it just showed him and his stunt team on the set of Spider-Man: Brand New Day, and we were just talking about that a little bit, what it means, what we could see from that, where we could go from there, all that good stuff. So I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped for Spider-Man: Brand New Day. I'm hyped for all the stuff that we talked about today. I gotta be honest, man. The thing that I am definitely most hyped about is our anime news that we talked about. Demons of the Shadow Realm coming at us from none other than Hiromu Arakawa, who is behind Full Metal Alchemist. I mean, I haven't said it enough because I just want to keep iterating how excited I am about it. I think that that is going to be a banger. I can't wait to do a trailer reaction for it, get that out on the channel so all of you can see and see what's going on and we can lock in there. So yeah, let me know. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the comments, yo. How we feeling? What movies are you guys hyped about? I really do think that 2026 is going to be the year of the great projects. Like, I think that all the projects that we get this year are going to be bangers. I have high hopes, high expectations. I feel like everything up until this point has been a lot of experimenting from studios, a lot of backlogging and dropping all that stuff out too. I think that's really the main thing. But now we are going into this year with banger shows on streaming, banger shows that are going to be, banger movies that are going to be coming to theaters, just all across the board. We're going to have a really good year of anime, movies, television shows, and even games, with games like Fable, Grand Theft Auto 6, hopefully still slated to release this year. I mean, I don't know if anybody has been playing High Guard, but that game has been pretty solid. Like, there's so much out there. There are so many different nerdy avenues for us to just go and venture down. And I hope that you guys have been venturing down those roads as well. I'm decently looking forward to The Boys. Yo, what's up with this, Zach? I have no opinion. I'm not much for action movies. To say I'm not much for action movies, well, I guess that makes sense. The Boys isn't really action heavy. It is definitely more character and narratively driven. So I feel that. I understand what you're saying. There still is some pretty cool action in there. I like The Boys as well. I think The Boys is a very good show. I think they do a really good job with it. And I am excited to see what they're going to be doing this time around. But man, the political commentary is going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal, baby. It is going to be brutal. I don't know how I'm proud of someone I never met, but I'm proud of Markiplier. Iron Lung was supposed to be in 50 theaters, and it's in 4,100. Yeah, I saw some news today about Markiplier and the Iron Lung movie. I need to check that out, man. I need to check that out. I'm gonna try to. I know my wife was telling me that I could see it tomorrow, but I think I was planning on doing book club and some other things tomorrow, so I wasn't gonna be able to see it. So hopefully, there's like a Thursday or a Friday release, and I can try and go check out the movie because I've heard a lot of good things about it from people in my org and just other people that have watched the movie. I've heard a lot of good things about them, about Iron Lung, so I definitely want to check it out. I didn't really know anything about it until recently on a podcast episode I was filming for Vane Media, the Push to Talk show, and that's when I found out. I was like, "Yo, what? There's Markiplier did a movie, Iron Lung, what?" And then just kind of got the whole story from Kat during the podcast, and I was like, "Wow, that's awesome." So, um, and then I think I saw someone say something today about people should be nervous about YouTubers being able like to start making movies because YouTubers got money and they don't have to worry about nobody else coming through to help them fund anything. They can just do it themselves. They can fund it themselves and have it going on on their own. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a really good point. I think it's a really good point that I think probably a lot of people are going to miss out on. I think a lot of people aren't going to even think about it. You know what I mean? Like no one's going to even think about what this really means for the concept of just movies and everything like that just yet. But I mean, look at someone like Drewski, someone like Kai Cenat, any of those guys that have a shitload of money and all that. I mean, even Tim the Tatman could make a game or make a movie if he wanted to. We've seen people like Shroud come through and make games even though they fail, but we've still seen some crazy stuff like that, right? But If you start to see these creators putting their money together or putting their money into some types of funds to do stuff that they actually want to do, we could really see a big shakeup to Hollywood across the board, and actually see a new wave of Hollywood become established. And I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that at all. Let me know how you guys are feeling about it. Did you put that? Did you put that in perspective? This independent film has nearly as many opening weekends as theaters for Avengers Endgame. Yeah, dude, that is crazy. That is crazy. Twig, Omega, bro's name is a sentence. I'm gonna just call you. I'm gonna just say Omega. Yeah, that is crazy, Omega. I agree. I agree. That is wild. It's crazy to see them get in so many theaters. Like that is just insane. That's a lot of theaters for them to be in. You look cool, bro. Hey, thank you, Opna. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day today. I hope you're having a fantastic day today, man. How you doing? It's probably morning time for you over there, isn't it? It's the number one in America right now, and that's crazy because it's no big studio attached to it, bro. Yeah, bro, I agree. That is crazy. I can't believe the numbers that he's doing, that he's able to reach. But I mean, he has the fan base. Hey guys, go watch my movie. Okay, like bro, like that. It doesn't get harder than that. You know, it doesn't get much simpler than that either. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. Hopefully, we see more movies from Markiplier. I think this. I don't even think this is the first movie that he's made. So I want to. I got to go down the rabbit hole of Markiplier. I've heard of him. I've seen him, but I've never been a consumer of his content. But I guess now's as good as time as any. All right, chat. Let me know how we're feeling. Make sure you guys drop a like and a share on the stream because it helps out so much. You have no idea how much it helps when you guys drop a like, when you guys drop a share, when you tell a friend about these streams. It really does go a very long way. Tomorrow we're going to be doing our on-site live coverage at Comic Book Clubhouse, a local comic book club here in my city. I'm going to be there on site covering all the latest comic book news and stuff and talking to people, getting their thoughts, getting their theories on new comic book day. So I hope to see each and every one of you guys there. Please pull up tomorrow at 5 p.m. I don't know. It's going to be around 5 p.m. PST or 7 p.m. PST. I'm not sure. Five or 6. I don't know which time I'm going live, but one of those. You guys should see the schedule. The stream will be scheduled tomorrow, so you'll be able to just kind of click on that and lock in. Um, yeah, man. I really appreciate you guys. You've been helping me out tremendously with testing out all of these, like this new format of streaming here at the house and just streaming anywhere I go and being able to bring my little setup that I have. You guys can't see my whole setup here, but I do have an entire setup going. I do have an entire setup going right here. Literally, it's pretty crazy. Um, Let me see if I can show you real quick before we get out of here. Let me see if I can pull this up. Boom. I got this entire setup. This is my mobile setup right here. I'm going to be able to take this anywhere I go. You know, put it all together and make it happen. So, again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. You guys just got a little peek behind the screen just now. I messed everything up now and it's going to bother me, but it's okay. Oh, no, we're good. I think we're good. What do you think about India? I have nothing bad to say, bro. I have nothing bad to say about India. What do you think about India Bollywood movies? I have not watched any Bollywood movies, but I have reacted to a couple Bollywood trailers, and they were all really, really good. Apna. I just haven't got to watch one because I feel like a lot of the trailers that I've watched for different Bollywood movies, the movie ends up being like 3.5 or 4 hours long, and that's just crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah, yeah, you can check them out on the channel. I think we have a couple of Bollywood reactions up here on the channel, so go look through it and see what's up. And if you have any other trailers you would like me to react to, you can drop a subscribe, join the super fam, and I'm gonna start putting out community posts to get your guys' opinions on movies or trailers that I might need to react to. So definitely check that out. It's all gonna be popping up, getting it cracking. He also holds the world record for the most amount of blood at 55 gallons used in the movie. What? That's insane. He wrote, directed, edited, and starred in Iron Lung. I know it's like based off of a video game that he played, right? And then he like talked to the creator or the maker of the game, and then ended up getting the rights to or like working with him in order to make the movie. So I know that's freaking crazy, yo. That is crazy. It's just crazy the things that can be done, the things that you can do, just with a little bit of with a little bit of belief and elbow grease and a shit ton of money. Am I right? Looks nice and easy to move, pack up. Yeah, it's on wheels here. So tomorrow in the comic book shop, I'll be able to move it around and like roll through the shop and show different areas and just kind of walk through and post up and talk and do different things. So yeah, I'm excited to kind of explore how all of that works out. And yeah, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for our live stream at Comic Book Clubhouse. I can't wait to see you all there. Pull up to the stream. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you share it. All that good stuff. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to stay up to date with all my thoughts, theories, and opinions on whatever particular thing I'm partaking in at that particular time. You can also follow the channel on all platforms at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all things Marvel and everything pop culture. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and that is today's Facts versus Theories. Tell me which story you're most hyped for and which one you think is cap. I'll be back when the next drop hits, which might be tomorrow. So I'll see you on the next one. I appreciate you all. V's up and out.